So I'm a father of one. I gotta find a babysitter. I found Care.com and I was blown away. Through the platform, I was able to find local and experienced candidates along with their reviews and rates, which were way more affordable than I anticipated. Care.com really put me at ease knowing that they were all required to go through a background check. If you're like me and you need to find someone reliable for your childcare necessities, check out Care.com. Find the ideal sitters for your childcare needs.
JamesAllen.com is the online destination to easily design a customized engagement ring and save up to 50% compared to traditional stores. You pick a diamond, whether it's lab-created or earth-created, James Allen has over 200,000 conflict-free stones. Then you pick your ring setting and metal. And if you need some help, they have real-time diamond consultations available, where an expert can walk you through it all. Get 25% off your order at JamesAllen.com code podcast. That's JamesAllen.com code podcast.
Welcome to the PowerCat Podcast, GoPowerCat.com's Kansas State Athletics Show. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, from the GPC studios, here's your host, GoPowerCat publisher, Tim Fitzgerald.
Welcome to the overtime, which is interesting because we watched an overtime football game right here last time we were here, right? Am I getting that wrong?
You're right.
We did see an overtime here in AT&T Stadium. Tim Fitzgerald, that was Cole Carmody. Ryan Gilbert's over here getting ready to ask questions because Cole Carmody didn't have an internet connection, but Ryan Gilbert does because clearly Jerry Jones likes Ryan Gilbert. And Zach Carlson is also here. We're recording this on the Wednesday of Big 12 Media Days, even though it's appearing on Sunday. We're working ahead, folks. We do. We actually work ahead. It's the overtime, for God's sakes. We don't need it to be timely.
It's more safe than in the car.
That was pretty good last year.
Maybe we'll record a second one.
No. Because, no, we're not. Because last year, driving home in the car was one of the most hysterical and troubling moments of my life.
Why? Why is that?
And it was caused by Ryan Gilbert.
No.
As we found out on an earlier overtime this podcasting season, when I was receiving some rather obscene texts from what I thought was a spam service. But no, it was Ryan Gilbert.
It was a spam service.
Technically.
They
But
kept
the call
getting
was coming from
progressively
inside the house.
progressively worse. I remember one of the texts being, there are 53 MILFs within a half mile of you right now. And I wasn't sure if that was like from our hotel that we started at or as I was actually driving through parts of Dallas. And I thought, if this is true, this area is MILF laden. And then I realized now it was all Ryan Gilbert.
Yeah.
Who also is MILF laden. It's kind of funny that it came up that way. Kind of amazing.
So am I still riding on the roof of your car on the way back?
Yes.
Okay.
We got, but
That's my
look,
punishment.
Look, I'm not strapping you down to hot metal. We've got the little boards up there where they'll be really uncomfortable, but you won't get burned.
Okay. Thanks for looking out for me.
Yeah, no problem. This is the overtime. You ask us anything, we'll probably answer it. We'll get a little more spicy, a little more fun on this one. And as we're wrapping up day one, I think we're just about to get, I don't know, is BYU last today on the podium?
Yeah, they're up now.
I can't remember the coach's name. I'm so bad. He's got a great name. I'm spacing it right now.
Dan Smith,
It's
BYU.
It's clearly not Dan Smith, BYU. What a great skit. So ask us anything, we'll answer it. We're sponsored by Taco Lucha, which actually also employs Ryan Gilbert.
Maybe.
There are two businesses in Manhattan, Kansas that are really poorly run.
Taco Lucha and Spirit Street Publishing.
Yes. We hire questionable employees. Taco Lucha and So Long Saloon are the sponsors of this podcast, and I have been fans of them from day one. Taco Lucha, of course, opened, I think, in 2012, but we moved our offices to Aggieville in 2000, and in 2001, not long after we moved, So Long opened up across the street. I am good friends with all of them, and I still love So Long Saloon.
Sounds like 2023 sounds like the year that a new So Long creation should be born. 2001, 2012,
Oh,
2023. I'm just saying,
okay.
they only got 6 months.
I've got a great idea for a place, but it doesn't really fit in Aggieville. Talk to me, Jay. Talk to me. But now we're going to let the subscribers here talk to us with their questions for the overtime. Gills, do your magic. What doesn't mean make a margarita. Do your podcast magic. You do make a good margarita, though.
From Denland, 0809. Fitz's favorite country in Europe.
Yeah, those women from Denland. Wow. Scandinavian. Anyhow, go ahead.
Why does Ryan hate pickles?
Well, look, he's fearful of all cucumber products. That's all.
I am.
But
I like to eat them.
Yeah. I don't know. There's like a little rivalry going on. I bet you if they met in person, they would hug it out.
no, I bet if they met in person, Pickles would come up to Ryan and say, "Hey, why do you hate me?" And Ryan would look at him and be like, "I don't know who you are, man," and continue just making drinks behind the bar. Or somebody would come up to him and be like, "Hey, Gills, what's up, man?" And he would turn around and be like, "Hey, be safe. Stay safe.
Yes.
Stay safe.
Yes,
Thanks
yes.
for coming in."
You would say, stay safe out there.
Yes.
Hot sauce.
Homemade hot sauce, salt and pepper, napkins. What else can I get you?
I don't think Gills hates pickles.
I don't either. In setting aside our wonderful, brilliant contributor at Wabash Station, and it's a great name. I mean, whoever
Because
thought
you
of that?
came up with it.
I like pickles. Look, how do you actually feel about pickles?
I have the right to remain silent.
You,
You
don't
aren't
plead
under
the
arrest
fifth?
right now.
So
I have the right to
do you like
remain
relish?
silent.
Do you like?
It has nothing to do with his name.
No, I'm asking about actual pickles.
I don't like pickles, no.
Okay.
I hate pickles, Cat.
Oh, he got you. Let's move on.
From Pickles, I don't hate you, if you're listening.
What a dill.
I really don't. I just like to mess with you. Okay.
Hold on. You mess with me all the time.
No, I
Do you
don't.
hate me?
Maybe.
Okay. Hard to blame you.
Next question from Big Sam. Though a week late, it must be known if we were going to put money down on one K-State player to win a hot dog eating contest, who would it be? How many do you think he or she could eat in 10 minutes?
There's a woman football
It
player
could
on
be.
K-State?
Doesn't say football on here. It just says K-State player.
Okay.
Ioka Lee could win this competition for all I care.
Yeah. I feel like one of the BB brothers.
Yeah, the obvious answer is an offensive lineman, but I actually don't think that's true.
I don't think they're fast enough.
I think you would be surprised at how many skinny guys, like it's the skinny guys that usually eat the most.
Who looks most like Joey Chestnut? Who has the best jaw and esophagus and digestive tract?
Okay, that's better.
I have a winner here, and I have a logistical reason.
I think Will Howard's nice and tall, and I think that he could probably sling some dogs.
I'm going with a New York native and Naquan Tomlin.
Really?
He knows. I guarantee you, he's eating a lot of hot dogs on the streetcar vendors. I'm going to take Naquan.
He actually strikes me as the guy that thinks, nah, streetcars are gross.
Maybe.
I'm not eating that.
Maybe, but with all that being said, you know how like when they jump up and down when they try and get the hot dog down in their stomach? Well, you know, the skinny guys, they typically are able to eat a lot more. Naquan's pretty skinny. He's from New York. He's probably eating a lot of hot dogs. Give me Naquan Tomlin for the K-State hot dog eating champion.
I'm not with you on that. I think this is a job for a long snapper. That seems like
true.
something that...
Randon Plattner?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've known a lot of long snappers in my life. They all seem like a guy who could drink 20 beers and eat 20 hot dogs under 15 minutes.
I would agree.
Can you make him the thumbnail and then just Photoshop him into the hot dog eating contest?
That would be funny. That would require work.
It would be too hard.
Probably won't happen. But yes, is Joey Chestnut one of the greatest athletes of our time? Nobody talks about it.
Yes.
It's freakish.
It is.
It's freakish because the other people on that stage are incredible. What they do in terms of putting that amount of food in their system is first disgusting, but it's impressive, and they can't even match up to this dude.
What bothers me is that Chestnut has only been beaten one time by Matt Stoney, and Matt Stoney still eats on YouTube and does all these challenges on YouTube, but for whatever reason he doesn't do the hot dog eating contest. He's like the Kobayashi of the modern era. He needs to go up and compete and accept MLE's crazy terms or whatever and just eat with Joey and win the contest.
Okay, so if I was, let's put this in more sports terms. If I was a boxer and I was unranked and I was just the guy, the Chuck Wepner, you old people out there like me know who that is, gets in the ring and you knock out the champ. You had no business being in the fight, let alone winning the fight. Buster Douglas. Retire. Go out on top. Don't defend your belt. Say, I'm going to retire a champion. I will forever be the champion in my mind. Have it back. That's basically what he did in the hot dog eating. He just stepped away and said, okay, I'm done. I beat the best. I measured up and I'm done.
Gilbert, who's your pick for a K-State athlete to win the K-State hot dog eating competition?
I'd probably go Chris Tennant. Got a good chance to win.
He's a tall boy.
Sure.
I feel like your answer, Brandon Plattner, I feel like he would be willing to do the prep work beforehand, the training, and the eating of so much cabbage to expand the stomach.
You know who?
Is that the secret? The
Apparently.
cabbage eating?
They eat a bunch of cabbage before, and it keeps the stomach expanded without filling it up, I guess. I don't know how else to put it.
I think Hadley Panzer would have a really good chance at doing this too.
Okay.
The Western Kansas boy. Not much to do out there. He just,
If we're talking offensive linemen, I mentioned the BBs, but I feel like Hayden Gillen might be
he's
guy
another
there
one.
too.
Yeah. He seems crazy enough
He'd
to do
talk
it.
too much during it and make jokes.
True.
I feel like
He'd probably demand all beef hot dogs.
that's what they eat in the hot dog eating
Is it
contest.
really?
It's Nathan's, yeah.
I still
Nathan's
think
famous.
Nathan's isn't always all beef.
I'm still going down with Naquan Tomlin.
Up on Surf and Stillwell.
How big are the hot dogs?
They're actually pretty big.
Are they like the freaking Royals games, like
Yeah.
dollar
No,
night
they're not
hot dogs?
$1.09 hot dogs. They're a proper
Like 6-inch
like,
wieners?
No, you go to a gas station, like one of those hot dogs on the rollers.
But not the quarter pounders that I prefer, or the half pound. What are they? Half pounders that I
they're
prefer.
Pretty long. Like if you watch the thing, they're pretty long.
Yep.
I've never watched that.
No, I don't watch those
show
shows.
in
It's
my
my
life.
I don't know.
favorite.
I have
It's
any
my
idea what you're
favorite moment of the summer on
This
ESPN.
is why me and Fitz love each other.
Yeah, we don't watch anything featuring long things. Go ahead. Next question.
From Jay Bolin to PSU, what are your go-to foods for each prominent holiday? The holidays can include 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Super Bowl. Didn't know the Super Bowl was a holiday, but okay.
Should be.
Lasagna.
He did ask if lasagna was still on the table for Super Bowl, and I did not include the question because I really didn't want to bring it up again. I didn't want to talk about it.
I don't.
But there
we
you
had
are.
we had a snake draft of SuperWl foods.
You were in on this.
And I blanked out on one of my selections, and I chose lasagna. And so I ate lasagna, and the Chiefs won the freaking Super Bowl. I mean, I should probably keep doing it.
Okay.
But no, I made a big mistake this past Thanksgiving. We had everyone at our house, so I smoked a turkey, and it was epic. It was so good, and I'm afraid I'm stuck with this duty. By the way, smoking a turkey takes a while,
Takes forever.
but it was really good. Now I've perfected the brisket smoking, which might now turn into a Christmas tradition. I don't know. It's just a problem. I'm getting too good at smoking meats that I might have to smoke meat all the time.
4th of July, burgers and hot dogs on the grill.
Absolutely. Brats.
Thanksgiving, turkey.
Right.
Christmas, ham.
Yes.
Yes.
New Year's Eve. Why'd you include that?
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Jello shots. That's food, right?
Hors
Yes.
d'oeuvres, finger foods, New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, pizza.
Lasagna.
Yeah.
Zach, you literally just nailed everything that
Thank
I
you.
had for
Yeah.
all that.
We can move on.
I feel like whatever you choose on New Year's Eve, if you're really doing New Year's Eve the right way, think about not the deliciousness coming in, but the product coming out. If you vomit it out, will it be painful? I suggest making your New Year's Eve pre-drinking food sweet tarts.
Can I ask about Christmas Eve? Does that count as a holiday?
Sure.
No.
No?
It's also pizza.
That's more of a holiday than the Super Bowl.
It's probably true. At my family's house, it is. We do broccoli cheddar soup and little baked sandwiches, and it works out.
That's nice. I like that. That's very pleasant. And then Santa shows up later that night. Do you leave some sandwiches out for him?
We do. Normally they don't get eaten though. He just takes the cookies.
Who actually eats your Christmas cookies for Santa?
Santa? What do we do?
Santa? What are you talking about? Santa?
You guys suck.
From Big Sam, Zach, you didn't edit these questions at all. Big Sam says, you on a wilderness survival show.
I'm sorry, Big Sam, that you didn't use spell check, but the problem is he spelled all the words correctly.
He did.
And there were no grammar checks in
Big Sam need Grammarly.
That sounds like me on Twitter.
I don't have that problem. I can edit my tweets.
Okay, go ahead. Finish the question.
You on a wilderness survival show.
You're on
like
one.
alone. How many days before you tap out? P.S.
One.
Do you have any wilderness survival skills?
No.
Or do you have a strategy that you could use to win?
Okay, let's cut to the chase here. Someone once asked me if I would do Survivor, and after about 12 hours without Carmex, which I'm currently having problems because I haven't used Carmex in at least an hour, and caffeine, I would be laying on the beach moaning in pain and misery. I would demand to be life-flighted off the island.
Yeah, I don't think Fitz would pass the medical check. I don't think they'd let you.
No.
Who would last the longest on Naked and Afraid is the real question.
Well, for the last 2 weeks with Cole being in Kansas City, Milwaukee, Arkansas,
sounds like
the amount of times that
Gills is pretty
Ryan
naked
Gilbert was
and
naked in the
unafraid.
apartment was...
You're
a lot
naked,
of times.
we're afraid. Look, I just got back from vacation. And during this vacation, at one of our stops, we roughed it. I mean, we really lived like the pioneers by staying in a Hampton Inn. So Hampton Inns really are roughing it for me. I'm a Hilton guy, but man, I don't know. I can't imagine being a pioneer and have to stop at Hampton Inns as you cross the Oregon Trail. That's just amazing.
Gilbert would win this competition if it was out of us four.
Absolutely. I feel like Zach would be okay because I feel like being a golfer, he's picked up.
You're
little
resourceful.
hints.
More like I'm an Eagle Scout.
Oh, I forgot about
that would
part.
be
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I just know that Ryan can survive without the basic necessities. So
See,
Fishing.
most of my food is hunting and gathering, nuts and veggies, chicken, right? I can find all that in the wilderness, cook it.
Yeah, I'm
would you be able to cook it?
I could start a fire. Can I bring matches? Can I smuggle something onto the show?
You get one personal item.
See, again, I get one personal item. Do I pick caffeine or Carmex? I guess I could prepare for the show by weaning off of caffeine, but who wants to live that life?
If we were on Naked and Afraid, I wouldn't trust the female co-star with Ryan, though.
You wouldn't trust who with me?
The female co-star.
The female co-star. We'll both be naked, right?
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't trust you.
I wouldn't trust myself either.
I don't think anything's happening because you're
You smell it.
100-degree heat.
That's not
Trying
something I'm
to
not
get
used to.
Sunburned.
What?
What? It's like doing it in my car.
It's so many questions. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but there's a giant horse over there.
And it's in front of the Texas.
Oh, that's Boomer.
There's a giant horse who appears to be the man inside the costume alone appears to be 6'6".
Have you seen Cincinnati's mascot? Because that guy is like 7 foot.
Oh, really? I haven't seen that.
Yes, Cincinnati's amazing. Where's Sooner at? There's another horse that exists.
Anyways.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Top Dog. I want to see Top Dog.
I know. The horse is now playing with children.
The humans will be back with more of the Overtime podcast.
Picture this nightmare scenario. You're hosting friends for the big game. It's neck and neck in the fourth quarter, and suddenly you realize you're out of drinks. You start to sweat. Your friends start to turn on you. You're forced to go on a last-second drink run and end up missing the game-winning touchdown while in line. Terrifying, isn't it? Luckily, you can avoid the drama with Drizzly, the go-to app for drink delivery. With Drizzly, you can shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits, then get them delivered right to your watch party. Compare prices across multiple stores in your area, find the best deals on game day drinks, and get back to armchair quarterbacking from, you guessed it, your armchair. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations.
Welcome back to the overtime. Speak humans.
From Pickles. What's the last thing? Oh, shoot. Sorry. I skipped Denland. I'm sorry, Denland.
Oh.
Denland 0809 wants to know, what's the best show on television right now?
Ooh. On television or streaming? Like, is there a difference?
Like, I need to catch up on Jack Ryan. It's the final season on Amazon. It's a very good show. What have I really enjoyed? I mean, I kind of feel like
SpongeBob?
I kind of feel like I'm between shows right now. Like, I've gone through The Mandalorian newest season. I enjoy a show on Paramount Plus, which you get free with a 24/7 full-price annual subscription, named Joe Pickett. It's about
Is that good?
Yeah.
My dad loves that show.
Yeah, it's good. It's about a game warden in Wyoming whose new assignment is in a weird place. Like a lot of weird characters and bad things going on. Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, we don't have HBO Plus.
See, I do.
Oh, HBO Max.
It's just Max.
Just Max.
Just Max.
We don't have it, and we're going to get it eventually, so we have a lot of shows to catch up on. I'm a Star Trek nerd, so I've been watching those shows on Paramount Plus. I love everything Paramount Plus puts out. I think they have the best overall programming, but again, I'm a sci-fi guy. But yeah, there's nothing I'm like really, like right now I'm just totally invested in. Although the new season of Outlander is going, and of course that's more of my wife's show, but every once in a while they have a lot of fighting on that show, and I enjoy that. It's actually a really cool concept for books.
The newest season of Temptation Island started a couple weeks ago. I missed the beginning of it, but I'm excited to catch up on those first few episodes. If you're unfamiliar with Temptation Island, the premise is these 4 couples, 8 individuals, they split up from their partner, they go live in a villa, separated. So the guys have a villa, the girls have a villa, and then they bring in members of the opposite sex to tempt them into not going back together at the end of the show. And usually like 1 or 2 couples make it out together, and then usually one ends up leaving with nobody, and then another one just says, screw it, we're leaving with somebody else that we met here.
So there's a show that I watch on HBO Max, Max, now that it's just Max.
What is happening?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, are they playing the ad? I don't know.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Max. It's called The Idol. There's a lot of people that want to cancel the show. There's been drama on social media. I will say, if you are under the age of 30 and over the age of 21, that is probably the only targeted audience that it is trying to target. So that would be my recommendation.
What's it about?
It is The Weeknd. He is the producer. He basically starts his own cult and grooms Lily Rose Depp, who is a pop star, she becomes into this cult, and it's only 5 episodes long, but it's very, very X-rated, so there's lots of that in the show.
What platforms is on?
It is on Max.
Oh, that's right. We don't have that.
So be careful if you're watching that. I always tell people, if you're going to watch it, make sure you're watching it by yourself and close your blinds, because that's what I had to do, because the first 5 minutes, if my blinds were open, people were going to judge me. But with that being said, the music in the show is really good.
Dude, you live with Ryan Gilbert. People already judge you.
That's true.
Hang on. Cinemax and HBO are 2 separate things, right?
Yes.
So HBO literally said, hey, Cinemax, we're going to take the last part of your name.
I have never thought of that.
I just thought of that right now. That's wild.
man.
Because I really wanted to
Why
say
did they
Skinamax right there, but then I
Why
was like,
didn't
wait,
they
that's a
name
different channel.
their platform Showmax or Max Time?
Would have
Been good.
double.
Okay, let's move on. This
From
Pickles.
my friend Pickles, my best friend, who I don't hate. What is the last thing the person to your left did that made you mad?
I'm sitting next to Cole Carmody. What the hell would he have done to make me mad? Hold on. I'm to your left. What's your answer, Gilbert?
We should reverse it.
I had a lot of time to think about this one, and I couldn't think of anything, Fitz. Only thing I would say was that one time you let me borrow your car.
Yeah.
Borrow your car,
Yeah, English. Yeah.
and then I had to give it back.
Yeah, well, I got you addicted to air conditioning.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Cole he's incredibly busy. This guy has himself overcommitted, including with us, and he constantly wants us to adjust all of our lives to fit his.
This is true.
But no, it doesn't make me mad. We just leave him out of things now.
Zach didn't invite me to go golfing.
Wow.
I was surprised when I heard that he was golfing and came down early, and I didn't get an invite. So that's my answer.
Well, you would have had to come down early, and that defeated the purpose of you guys going separately.
Yeah,
Well, not exactly, but
Well, Ryan could have been the passenger.
When did you get here?
like an hour before you guys did. Like I checked into the hotel and put the card on the file, and then dropped my stuff off in the room, including my room key, and went to the golf course.
Can we change this question to say, when was the last time Fitz got mad at everybody?
Oh boy, about two hours for each of us, probably.
When was that?
Nah.
When I get mad at all you?
Not all combined, just
kidding.
individual stories.
Mine was when I was trying to use the bathroom in our hotel in Greensboro, and he relentlessly played the Whopper. And that was before I knew that there was a whole sound system in everyone's hotel room in that hotel, and it included the bathroom.
Oh my God!
So they're sitting there and Whopper.
That's awesome.
You're welcome for that. Don't act like you didn't like that.
Okay.
It was annoying.
Just to update everyone on what's going on here, we located ourselves on the eating tables, kind of behind the speakers, away from what's going on. Well, we've now transitioned from the head coaches to the players, which is closer to us, including all the kid journalists, all the kid reporters are now having foot races with the mascot. And I got to admit, that horse, which clearly cheats by starting before everyone's supposed to start as a Sooner, is really fast.
And it's also cheating because it's a fully grown human being.
Yeah, it's kind of an advantage. The Knight, which is golden, looks a little clunky. And there's a giant wildcat with a man's body walking around that the kids seem to like, but not as much as the racehorse.
Now the horse is high-stepping.
The horse just lost.
And won.
Well, I guess his knee did cross before the young man. Okay, let's move on.
All right. From Danger Cat. What products are you a name brand snob about? I.e., I have to use Charmin toilet paper, not the knockoffs.
Absolutely.
And that was Danger Cat saying that, not me.
No,
Right.
I'm-
Danger Cat.
That's true. That's a good thing.
Is Charmin soft.
Yeah, no, I'm with him on Charmin, but not the ultra soft. The what is it? The more durable one. The ultra soft is balls up, and I don't want to get too graphic here, but it's not good. I'm pretty much that way. If I find a product I like we were just discussing, Cole Haan shoes. I now have about 5 pairs of them. I have about 8 pairs of shorts from Callaway, maybe a dozen polos from Callaway. I don't golf.
It is funny watching you.
I look
your
like
Callaway stuff.
I know. I love it. They're great. I was telling Zach I bought some really fun slacks that are Amazon basics that are great and comfortable.
I have some too.
Yeah. But yeah, I get pretty product loyal. Let's be honest here. I'm a big guy, and so if I find something that's comfortable and fits me well, I'll wear it.
I'm gonna say groceries,
Like products.
like produce, like a grocery store. So
Yeah.
like I won't shop at Walmart, and that's just kind of how I am. And I know that's terrible, and that's very Johnson County of me to say.
No, but for groceries,
I won't
get it.
shop. Yeah, but for produce, I got to go to Hy-Vee. Like, that is where I go.
Will you do different meats come from one grocery store, produce comes from another? Or?
Sometimes, if depending upon budget, I'll go to Aldi if I want to get chips or bread or something like that, because it's so much cheaper there. I haven't done it recently, but I have done it in the past. But for meat, for fruit, for vegetables, everything has to be Hy-Vee.
I would agree with that. In Manhattan, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I think I don't want to offend anybody that gets their groceries at Walmart, but it just doesn't feel right going to Walmart and going grocery shopping because they sell so much other stuff.
It's too chaotic for me to grocery shop.
Yeah,
I find that at Target too, even though they've expanded their food area. You got to walk through so much stuff to get to the food. I'm like, why am I here?
There's a great Dave Chappelle skit on Walmart that I say every time I walk into Walmart. I can't say it on this podcast, but if you type in Dave Chappelle skit on YouTube or type in Dave Chappelle Walmart on YouTube, there's a nice stand-up, and that's how I feel every time I walk into Walmart.
There's a lot of Dave Chappelle
Why are these people buying their produce here and not Hy-Vee? Is that what Dave Chappelle says?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, but I am very product loyal. Cole Haan, I want an endorsement deal.
Zach is loyal to pineapple hats.
My Prairie
Dudes logo, yeah.
It's not a pineapple. It's a yucca.
Well, why do you keep wearing it if it's yucca?
Boom.
You guys. No, for me, it's probably golf balls, though.
What flavor?
Titleist Pro V1, and specifically the high numbers, or if I feel fancy enough to spend the extra couple bucks on it, the number 9 on all of them. I'd started doing that in high school when I found out I could custom order number, and that was before they really did it mass scale. I asked the guy at Golf USA, and I'm like, hey, can I get because Adam Scott used to play number 9 is his number, and I was like, that's cool, I want to do that. So I asked if I could, and they're like, yeah, it'll cost a couple more dollars, but you get 9s. So when I walk up to the golf course as a junior, you identify your golf balls. I'm like, playing a number 9, and they're like, how did you get a 9? I'm like, I asked for it. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool.
But yeah, specifically the high numbers. Granted, I'll play generally whatever if it's a urethane ball, if it's a tour level quality ball, if I'm just playing a casual round. But if I'm playing a qualifier or trying to shoot a low score, I'll play a nice ball.
I want to currently compliment the OU mascot. The guy inside of there is absolutely amazing. He's now being ridden like a horse by children.
Baby J is cheering him on.
Baby J. Baby J's just looking around for some state money. I might return to golfing if I can have a high quality golf ball with GPS location abilities, including underwater, deep into sand,
the
well
ball,
into the
not
woods.
Where you are on the course.
Actually be able to, for once in my life, find the damn ball where I've hit it.
When was the last time you swung a golf club?
Probably 20 years ago. Last time I played was a K-State Media Day golf outing. We used to have those.
Sounds like we need to bring those back.
And
oh God, Willie.
And I hadn't played Willie. Willie's terrifying a child by kidnapping it. Okay, Willie put down the child.
Who scored a touchdown? Willie's doing push-ups.
Oh, that's good.
And Baby J is inspecting Willie very closely.
This is a glorious sight to be seen.
This is the weirdest thing. Oh, and Baby J is displeased with what Baby J is seeing. I don't think Baby J can do.
Okay.
Oh, and now Willie's beating up a child.
This has been horrifying.
If I was a kid reporter, I would take full advantage of the opportunity to be at Big 12 Media Days and ask coaches and players questions rather than wrestling with a mascot.
They did that earlier.
They've been doing it all day on the old Trapper stage.
Nope, I don't believe it.
They are done with their obligations. That is why they are frolicking.
Well, they don't have to be
mascots.
frolicking and screaming.
Look.
I'm a hater.
Ryan Gilbert.
Get off my lawn.
What the children are doing is the exact same thing the media will be doing shortly. But instead of playing with mascots, we'll be playing with the bartender over here, and they'll be giving us toys.
Playing with the bartender with toys. I want that to happen to me when I'm working.
We're moving on to the next question here as this family-friendly podcast continues. That's a big horse.
Okay. Next question and the final question. More comments about the horse?
No.
You sure?
Big.
Anything else you want to say?
No. Go ahead.
Okay. Last question from Ohio Power Cat. If you could only eat out at one restaurant the rest of your life, what would it be and what would you order?
What would it be and what would you order? I'm not...
Taco Lucha So Long Saloon.
That's probably the safe answer. Well, does it have to be a restaurant or can it be more like a fast food type place?
That's a
Because
restaurant.
I've grown very partial to Qdoba.
Oh, you know what? That's a good... it'd actually be Chili's Fajitas, which I greatly enjoy.
Welcome
so
to Chili's.
weird.
I love their
So weird.
And it's, by the way, little known fact, it's pronounced fajitas. Yeah, it is. It really is.
Interesting. I'd probably
Cookout.
go with Cookout's great if you can order the whole menu, but just one meal, no. You got to have some variety if you're only eating Cookout for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But I will say a ham and Swiss from Potbelly. That'll be my
You
meal.
just love Potbelly.
Dude, I went yesterday. It was so good.
I'm going to say the steak and cheddar wrap from So Long Saloon.
Really?
Really? That's a surprising
Wow.
pick.
It's a bold statement.
But it,
Are you just saying that because of sponsorship to this podcast?
Maybe.
You genuinely want that the rest of your life?
I would be happy with a so long cheeseburger with fries and honey mustard
Yes.
every day. I could do
Or
it.
a resist with chicken?
Yes.
Or a resist with chicken. If you've never had the resist temptation, it's the old burger with an egg on it, but I do it with chicken with an egg on it, which is really a question that can't be answered. Which do they put on the sandwich first, the chicken or the egg?
Guys, I got to be honest. I totally have zoned out of this podcast for the last 15 minutes just watching the mascot. watching
My
the
God, the
mascots.
Bearcat is
I
indeed
told
massive.
you. I told you. He's an absolute unit.
Holy crap!
That doesn't help that he's going up against 12-year-old kids
He
too.
might be on the starting lineup for the basketball team.
Is Baby J a man or a woman?
It's usually a
So usually
female,
a woman.
but I don't know. It could be just a little feller. It's KU. That's it for the podcast, I think. We've been canceled, which means this podcast is over. Ooh. In a very definition of Big 12 football, the mascots from Kansas State and Oklahoma are fighting and yet now getting along. The Bearcat is very frightening in every way. Anyone who talks trash ever again on Willie for being scary has never met the Bearcat. Holy crap, that's a 7-foot half bear, half cat carrying a child. God help us.
Thank you for listening to the Power Cat Podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Power Cat Podcast, all rights reserved, gopowercat.com.
With Blue Link Plus, you can access your Hyundai Tucson Limited remotely. Doors unlocked, temperature set, lost car found.
There it is.
Get complimentary class-leading Blue Link Plus. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
Mean Girls is the #1 movie in America.
Get in, loser.
It's the party of the year and the most fun you'll have at the theater.
That is so fetch.
You won't stop laughing.
Like right now or like ever.
Mean Girls, rated PG-13, now playing only in theaters.